Hi, I'm Andreas. Welcome to my channel. If you liked the video, please hit that like or subscribe. It means a lot to me and it really supports my channel. I'm not a professional biker, as I just like to share my rides on my channel. Feel free to comment or suggest. Enjoy the video.
Goedemorgen, very good morning to you. Welcome, this is Saturday the 21st of June and we have a ride for you today. On my way to collection point. I did the ride today, so yeah, then the collection points are always a little bit closer, so you can sleep in a little bit longer. However, I also wanted breakfast, so I'm up earlier anyway. I'm now on my way to get some petrol, because rule number one, always have a full petrol tank when you are out on the start, so that's what I'm going to do. And then it's going to be a big group today, and we are heading to the north of Niedersachsen. So same area as last time, but then to the coast. And in particular, we're actually going to the other side of the coast that Germany is sharing with the Netherlands, which is close to Emden. And then we will drive to Wilhelmshaven in order to circle back. Get some ice cream, of course, because it's going to be a very warm day. But we should be alright. I see already that a couple of roads are blocked. That's a good start. Let's see how we navigate past this one. Anyway, sit back, enjoy, and we will definitely check in real quick again. See you all soon. So we are finally on the highway and on the way, but we are missing one of our buddies. We were going to pick him up, but then that person went to the start point and we started driving, so we have to wait at some point, but that will be alright. I do see a really black cloud of omnibus over there. But anyway, yeah, so we are finally on our way, a little bit later, but we should be fine. It's currently 26 degrees and it's heating up, so let's see what the day will bring. So we're now cruising alongside the dike, which holds back the water, as this is also, I guess it would be lower than sea level. But this is Germany. Every time you see, yes, there's turns, you cannot go because they make it 80 or 70 or something. They do the same in the Netherlands, but this sign actually means that you can go 100 again. It's nice to see the locks going into the North Sea here, but we'll have some better views from it a little bit later in this ride. We got the group together, we're still missing one. We hope to pick him up at the first stop. Time-wise, we need to see how we can make this work. Probably the first stop will be a little bit shorter in order to make it a normal day, but we'll see about that. Enjoy the sight so far. And we go 70 again. So normally you would not see this, but because the road over there was blocked, we are now going through the city center of Emden. And as you can see, it's quite neat. You never feel like coming up so high normally because, yeah, it's basically past here, there's not that much. But every time when you step on a motorcycle, it's always amazing how many beautiful places you can find. The only thing is still slow cars. When you see a sign like that, it's normally transporting children for the things like school or daycare. So always try to stay a little bit out of their way. But yeah, Emden as a city, quite remarkable actually. So we are trucking along near the dike. We're actually on the other side of the Dutch city called Delfzijl. And you don't have that many occasions that with a motorized vehicle you can go on top of because of damage and everything. But as you can see, we're going now right up. And on the other side of the water is Netherlands. And then this is the Germany, of course. Just a little bit west of Emden. And this is where we're going to have our first stop. We're going to have some drinks and just a little bit of a relax. As you can see, there's a watchtower there as well, probably also for guarding ships, and lots of industry on the other side. Unfortunately, this is a dead end, so by the time that we get to the restaurant, we have to head back to the main road again in order to continue our journey north. But look at this lock, just to make sure that the areas behind it stay dry. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that view. Always when you drive, you see the most precious things, gorgeous views. This is what makes it all worth it. So the sights you're now seeing is the beautiful Norden. It's a small city up north. It also has a train line, because I remember last time I went to Frankfurt, my train was starting here. But it also means that we are getting close to the north coast. So, and I think it's the Ostfriesche See. But I have to look that one up. But we are getting close. And never forget to wave to other bikers as a courtesy. Now, the only time that I wouldn't do that would maybe be on the highway. And sometimes I just have the feeling, you know, those motorcycles with two front wheels, and I'm not making myself popular probably, but I always, somehow, I don't feel like I want to wave to those anyway. Anyway. Check. So when you're driving, it's always trying to find the balance between enough to see and enough to do with great roads and everything else. But if you do a round like this, the roads are a little bit more straight than usual. But then sometimes you come in these little tiny places like this one. I forgot the name already, but it has like this nice little lake area in the middle. Everybody comes here in order to have a good time and just to enjoy the weather. So I always believe you need to respect each other on the road, cyclist or not, car or not, bike or not. Ooh, they have ice cream. We will have ice cream, and we will have that in Wilhelmshaven. So let's go on top of this lock. I always love this loop. It's just a couple of minutes, but just see, look at all the campers. Wow! What the f***? And then you can see it's really, really low water. So there's this tiny little river going, and that's about it. Everything else is dry because, yeah, it's low water at the moment. And then with the lake on the inside, it's just beautiful. Yeah, the person that said you cannot find any nice places where you live is definitely wrong. You just need to find them. So we're plodding along. I think it's going to be another 15 minutes, maybe 15-20 minutes before we have our break. The last break was a little bit shorter because we were waiting for one of the people to arrive. That person is now here, so we're all complete since the last stop. But we had a very short stop, otherwise we would go way into the evening. But I'm looking forward to lunch actually, because we're driving now for 2.5 hours. And normally that's the point where you start to notice. Neuharingsiel. Look at all those cars, what the f***. Let's see if we can find a place for ourselves to park so we can have a little bit of lunch. stays strange. It doesn't matter where you are. If you have a coastal city or area, there's always shit that you can buy. There's always tourists everywhere, especially on sunny days like this. Germany had a holiday last Thursday, so that's the reason why a lot of people just took the Friday and took an extra long weekend. But yes, you can definitely see that the summer season started. This road reminds me a lot about the North Holland coast. So that's the coastal line of the north of the Netherlands. If you go past the North Sea, it's exactly how this feels. But then in Germany, so that's completely different. Again, event after event, parking lots full, beach markets, everything. All the Germans are trying to do something with their time. You can really smell the ocean from here. A taste of salt even. Beautiful. And we had like kind of a military part over there. But then eventually you will drive into the harbor of Wilhelmshaven. That was the goal, to reach it, because 2 years ago we didn't. Where we had lunch, we actually had to go back. And as you can see, the bridge here is absolutely magnificent, together with the entire harbor place. And then this is the more beautiful part of it. As you can see, there's a big warship in the harbor actually here on the left. 2 even. Absolutely beautiful. This is the reason why you drive all the way to here, to get some ice cream in Wilhelmshaven. still low water. We started with low, and it's still low. Unbelievable. Always wave to bikers. And there you have the bridge again, but now from below. Beautiful. Ja, ik ben er weer. I'm here. Yep. Yep. En Nick! So if you have seen the last video that we put online, which was also in Niedersachsen, I think it was the Haase Lunar Circular. We followed the river called the Ems. Well, that's the tunnel that we are going right through right now. It's a very important tunnel because there's a cruise ship terminal in Papenburg just across the stream from here. And without this tunnel, they would be unable to ship their boats that they make back into in the Noordzee, and from there all over the world. So they created this tunnel, which probably cost a lot of money. It's 54.1 meters deep on the deepest point. Yeah, and unfortunately they wanted 80 kilometers an hour. But as you can see with all the bright lights behind me, it is always something to just drive through a tunnel. Although this one feels a little bit older, and I had some traffic inside this tunnel, but it still is one of my favorite tunnels. Veilig thuis, jullie twee. Yo. and that was it again. That was the full ride. I just had to stop for a second as I had a bag from one of the drivers in my barriers. But yeah, it's 33 degrees. It was very warm at the end, so we just decided to make our way home from Wilhelmshaven, which was really that bridge, and it was nice to be there to finally have seen it. And that's the thing, if you start driving, you see things that you normally wouldn't have seen before, so that's the adventure eventually. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe down this video. It would mean a lot to me. No more quiet videos or single videos because I'm going on a break in 2 weeks, but it also means that I get to put everything on camera, and something special is coming out, but I'll tell you more about it anytime soon. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Stay safe, everyone.